Holy Spirit, we ask your mercy, your merciful presence within us as we lose our way and find it again. And may that mercy take root within us and grow and become mercy that we show to those around us. Amen. This is a tough reading because there is so much here. I was thinking about it. Like if there was an apocalypse and everything is a smoldering ruin and you're digging through the rubble of the past and you get this one passage that we've read today, like the ends of it charred, and you read this passage and this is all you know about Jesus, you would have a pretty good idea of who he was and what he was about. Certainly not everything. But if you're looking for like a very brief snapshot of the things that he taught and the values that he tried to express and that he held to, and that we try to have shape us here and now, this would be a good example of that. This is one of a couple sermons on a plain or a flat area that are recorded, one in Matthew that's a little bit different than one in Luke that we've read this morning. This is the tougher of the two. Because Jesus he speaks the blessings on the poor, and then he also says, woe to the rich. And you have the blessings and the woes kind of balanced out. The good news for the poor, tough news for the wealthy and comfortable. He also touches on one of the themes he very consistently talks about, which is the difference between a true prophet and a false prophet, which is generally that a true prophet is reviled and chased out of his hometown and killed, and a false prophet is loved by many and showered with applause and praise and money. It's one way you can tell the difference, I guess. He says to those who will listen, you who have ears to hear, is another way of translating that little bit. Love your enemies. Just something I try to remind myself and all of us at the end of every worship service. And then he goes into some specific techniques for nonviolent resistance that have inspired people throughout history, all the way to people like Gandhi, Martin Luther King, turning the other cheek, giving your shirt when your coat is demanded. In Matthew, it adds going the extra mile in this kind of trio. And then he sums it up with the golden rule, do to others as you would have them do to you. And then talks about how if you don't do this in a costly way, there's no credit for it. If you love your friends, everyone loves your friends. If you lend to people who are definitely going to pay you back, almost anybody will do that. They'll do that for a stranger. Banks will do that. As long as they think you're going to pay them back, they'll do that for. And so if you don't do these things in a costly manner, even that isn't enough. So love your enemies, and it's sort of like, no, really, love your enemies. Even the real ones, not the ones that kind of aggravate you sometimes. So there's a lot here to pick from. There's easily 6 or 7 sermons without even thinking about it very hard. So I decided that I want to focus on the techniques that he talks about, turning the other cheek, giving your shirt when your coat is demanded. And I'm going to add to those 3, going the extra mile, the one that appears in the Matthew version of this passage, because they hold together. And actually, I'm going to need a volunteer to help. Bonus points if you ever wanted to punch me in the face. That was a great reaction. I won't assume anything if you volunteer, but so now that I've put it that way, no one's going to raise their hand. But is anyone willing to help me demonstrate something? Yeah, come on up. Thank you very much. Put you about there. We're going to face off a little bit. Okay, so the reason I picked turning the other cheek give your shirt when your coat's demanded, go the extra mile, is because they tend to be misused and misrepresented so often in Christianity. Like especially turning the other cheek has been used to justify people quietly enduring horrible things that they should not have to endure. So I want to put it in its original context and help us understand how Jesus' audience would have heard this admonition, this command conveyed to us. Okay, so the challenge is, Matthew clarifies that when someone strikes you on the right cheek, offer the other also. Okay? Here Jesus just says when someone strikes you on the cheek, but they're both referring to the same kind of behavior. So, you can only use your right hand because your left hand is unclean. It would dishonor you to use it. You can only use your right hand. Perfect. You can only use your right hand, and you're going to strike me on the right cheek. So how would you do that? Yes, the backhand. Which we talk about what things mean in cultures. In every culture that has ever existed, a backhand means the same thing. If I do this to you, that means that is a universal language, right? It is meant to hurt you and to humiliate you because you are beneath me. And this is something that would happen. If you had higher status than me, you could with impunity backhand me. And there's nothing I could do back. If I hit you back, I will be killed. Or my hand will be cut off, or I'll be branded, or I'll be enslaved, right? But if I get in your way, you're walking on the street, I get in your way, you can just pop me one time. I forgot my legs. Now, so you've backhanded me on the right. So my head turns this way, right? Now, I offer you the other cheek. So I'm looking this way. So again, you have to use your right hand. What are you going to do? Right. You're going to have an open hand slap to the other cheek. Or you can try to backhand me, but you're going to catch my teeth with the back of your hand. And that hurts. I've never done it. It seems like it would hurt. So you're going to either open hand slap, which is not very manly. That's the way that women behave. That's not the way men behave. Or, yes. Or you're going to hit me with a closed fist. And what's happened, not only has everyone stopped to watch this altercation, because this never happens, but what's happened is we're now equals. Because the way equals fight is with a closed fist. The way people dominate and humiliate is with a backhand. So either I made you slap me in the teeth and hurt your hand, slap me in the face the way that a woman would, open hand this way, or punch me like an equal. All right, thank you very much. So this is what Jesus means when he says turn the other cheek. Right? Because what you're supposed to do is you're supposed to move out of the way. Oh, sorry, you're right, I deserve that. And that's what most people would do. What he's saying, don't move out of the way, you stay in the person's way, and you offer the other cheek. And that makes things interesting. Now, it's important to note, you're still getting hit in the face. Like this hasn't fixed the system. This hasn't solved the basic problem of class hierarchies and violence and humiliation. Because there's nothing a Judean peasant could do to change that system. There's nothing I can do in that interaction. If you have more status than me, I cannot change the interaction at its core. When you walk away, no matter what happens, you will still have more status. You can backhand the next person to get in the way. That's a bigger question. But the question was, what do you do when part of your everyday life is being backhanded by the wealthy and the powerful? What do you do in response to that? So the second example that Jesus gives, which I won't have anyone demonstrate, is that when someone demands your coat, you give them your shirt as well. So the ancient world ran on debt. There's a reason the Lord's Prayer mentions debts. Because debt was a huge part of everyone's life in the ancient world. It's a huge part of our life. Like, who has no debt? It's possible, but it's unlikely that anyone in this room has no debt. Nice! So that's, I think if I asked the same question in 33 CE, I'd get the same proportion of answers. There'd be a couple people who are like, I kind of don't. Everyone else is like, yeah. So one of the things you could legally do, if let's say if Chris owed me money, I could sue her in court, and if she's broke, she has nothing. But I'm not going to go as far to enslave her, which is an option. I could just take her coat. So during the day, all you have are your garments. You don't have extra clothes. You have an overgarment and an undergarment, translated as coat and shirt. So you come to me and you give me your coat, and you walk around all day. Hopefully it's warm. Hopefully it doesn't rain. But at the end of the day, legally, I have to give you your coat back at sundown. That's the limit. And so what Jesus is saying is when you go to court, and someone is so cruel and callous and inhumane around your debt, they're taking one of your only two garments. You go ahead in court and say, hold on, let me give you everything. Let me just strip right here in the middle of court and hand you my shirt as well. Again, this has not transformed an unjust legal system. This hasn't canceled your debt. What it does is it humiliates the person who had this happen. Because if you cause me to show my body, that is humiliating for you. That dishonors you. And so I am forcing you, or I'm letting you force me to show you my unclothed body. Probably with underpants, but that would be about it. I'm giving you my shirt in the middle of court, everyone's going, ooh. As a way to, again, try to ironically keep some of my dignity, but also reveal how wrong this situation is. And everyone has a moment where they can think, man, maybe we shouldn't take the poor's clothing because they owe us. There's that moment where you could have that thought. Now, the third example from Matthew is similar in this way. So it says, go the extra mile. This is another one that tends to be misinterpreted really broadly. Like, go the extra mile. If I say, Mike Idle went the extra mile, what I mean is he put extra effort into doing something nice for me or nice for the church. Or I'm acknowledging his extra effort. So actually, in the ancient world, the Roman legions had a rule where you could force someone, a civilian, to carry your pack for 1 mile. 1 Roman mile, which is 1,520 Roman steps. Like big centurion steps, probably, but still. You could force someone at sword point, just grab them out of the field, out of their house, grab them out of the market, and force them to carry your combat pack. It's like 60 to 80 pounds, kind of like it is now, actually. So one weird thing about the military, combat packs have weighed the same for like 3,000 years, apparently. But they can force you to wear this heavy pack and carry it for 1 mile, 1 Roman mile, but not a step further. That was the limit. You had to take it back after a mile. You could probably hand it to someone else, right? But you couldn't make the same person carry your pack more than 1 mile. There were no gentle punishments in the Roman legion. Punishment started with flogging. There was no slap on the hand. So if you break any rule, the minimum you're going to get is publicly whipped with like a lash, with lead weights and hooks in it and stuff. So when Jesus says go the extra mile, it creates this interesting situation where you're just a friendly Judean, like, oh no, buddy, I'm going to help you. I'm gonna carry this pack. This is fun. Let's talk about our families. And like the Roman legionnaire has to get his pack back from you. So you have this weird image where like the guy's like, no, seriously, you have to give me my backpack back. I'm going to get in trouble. And people are looking like, hey, wait, wasn't that more than 1,520 steps, you know? And aren't you going to get in trouble? It's like, shut up. Give me the pack back. What it does again is it's a way of resisting. In a situation where there's nothing a Judean peasant could do to change the Roman legions, the fact that they're occupied, to change their rules. What they do is by doing something that isn't retaliating, but it isn't doing nothing, they change the situation and they take back some of the dignity that's taken from you when you're forced at sword point to carry someone else's stuff, especially for an occupying army. Okay? All right. Thank you again to my great volunteer. So, these are 3 techniques that Jesus lays out. And I wanted to talk about them because they're so often represented differently. Because our everyday life doesn't include people stopping us around, at least not in public, right? It's unlikely that walking down Bridge Street, someone's going to backhand you. It's possible. But it's not an everyday occurrence. We don't normally there's no occupying force in the United States, and they can't put us into forced labor at gunpoint, thankfully. Although in different parts of the world that is totally a thing that happens. When we are sued in court, it is unlikely that we'll literally lose our jacket right there in the courtroom, or our shirt. But we still have the same challenges that Jesus was trying to address with these techniques. We still have class. We still have classes of people, and we still have ways that people in upper classes humiliate people in lower classes. Like, talk to someone in poverty about what it's like, about what their week was like. And you will hear many instances of things that they're forced to do, ways that they're humiliated, ways that their dignity is taken away from them by people and by a system that has just more power. And you don't have options. Like in the situation with Mike, there was no way I could get in his way and not get slapped or hit or shoved or something. That was the way the system works. In the same way, we don't have an occupying forcing labor on us, but we do have forms of forced labor still. The 13th Amendment allows for it. And we certainly have unjust labor. Like we have a situation where someone could work 40 or 50 or 60 hours a week and not be able to afford rent and food and going to the doctor. And where they don't have a better option, there isn't something else they can do that would fix that situation. They're stuck. We still have debt and injustice in our justice system. I hope we all understand that. And we still have people who go into the justice system who have nothing, from whom even more is demanded. The bail system does this. The legal fee system does this. Like if you're put in jail and you're poor, you're charged a jail fee. And if you can't charge the jail fee, you're charged a fee for failing to pay the jail fee. And if you can't pay that fee, there's an APB put out for you and you're taken back to jail. And you're held there until you can pay the fees. So you post bail. And borrow thousands of dollars from your family. And then you pay, like this is our system still. When people get caught in this whirlpool of debt and the justice system, and there's no escape. Or escape is very, very difficult. And they don't have the power to change that system. They just have to live in it and figure out how to survive. So when I look at these techniques and the other things that Jesus says in this passage, I derive principles from what Jesus is saying. And they're the same ones I told the kids about. They're basically, and I try to keep things simple for myself so I can remember. So the two principles I derive from this are, on the one hand, we can't do nothing. Like Jesus doesn't say, they're going to take your coat, steal it. He doesn't say, let the person hit you, whatever. He doesn't say, just carry the Legionnaire's backpack. It's easier to just let it happen. It'll be some time out of your day, it'll be humiliating, just let it happen. No, he's assuming that you're going to do something. That you're not called by God to do nothing. At the other end of the spectrum, the other limit that I get from this is that we cannot retaliate. If someone strikes you on the right cheek, you can't hit them back. Someone takes your coat, you can't throw a rock through the window. Someone forces you to go the extra mile, you can't join the Sicarii, who were a league of Jewish assassins who worked at this time, who would knife Roman legionnaires in the night. That's an option. Could do that. If you're mad enough, can't do that. So given that boundary, you can't do nothing. We may not do nothing. And we may not retaliate what we do. As I reflected on this, I thought about all the time that I personally spend doing nothing about things that are wrong with the world of which I'm fully aware. Most of my time, hour-wise, in a given week, is spent doing nothing about that. At the same time, I also spend time thinking about retaliating. Now, we're more civilized and we're more subtle now, So I'm not necessarily going to hit back. I'm not necessarily going to talk back. I'm going to find delicious passive-aggressive ways. Because when you're passive-aggressive, you can retaliate, but look like you're just a victim. You're just being polite. You're just telling the truth. You're just trying to be helpful. And I might not be the only one. The Bible doesn't give us a detailed map for how to live in 2019. When we read the Bible, when I read the Bible, I find parallels between that time and this time. The things that Jesus is describing still happen. They happen so differently. And so we have to figure out on our own how to respond. Based on the ideas and the principles that Jesus gave to a particular people, in a particular context, at a particular time, that will work well for them. We have to look at these things that he said and then take them 2,000 years into the future and apply them here and now. Because we still have class and humiliation. We still have forced labor and unjust labor. We still have crushing debt and injustice in the justice system, and those two are caught up in one another, just as they were at the time. But that's Christian life. That's kind of what it's always been. There aren't detailed instructions in here to live in medieval Europe or Renaissance North Africa or any of the other places that Christians have lived. We have to take this and apply it. And I think the way that we do that is by applying the principles that we find here. Deriving principles and then applying them to where we are. And for me, those principles, two of those main principles are, you cannot do nothing. You're not allowed to follow Jesus and do nothing. It's not an option. You can't do nothing. You can't also follow Jesus. At the same time, we may not retaliate. We can retaliate, but we can't retaliate and follow Jesus. Can't do both. Between these boundaries, all of us have to figure out how to make our way as Christians and as followers of Jesus Christ.